What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Venom series, Venom. Here we do have Venom in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get him open up, and I'll have a better look at the figure inside. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Venom posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at Venom, let's take a look at what he comes with. Venom here does come with the right leg of the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure, which we'll have a better look at when he's all said and done. For right now, let's actually take a look at Venom here. And Venom here is actually a really nice figure. He does come with 3 accessories. For starters, he does come with 2 heads. He comes with a Venom head that he has on him right now. And then he does come with an Eddie Brock head, which I really do like that. Unfortunately, it is a little bit oversized, but it is pretty much the perfect Eddie Brock head. If it was just a tiny bit smaller, it would be perfect for this body. His final accessory is actually this little neck piece that plugs into his back that comes up, and it does look really nice. It actually adds more fluid, more motion to the figure, which I really do like that. And because he is using the Hyperion body, it does peg in to the top hole right here. So really nice figure here. So what we're going to do now is take a closer look at Venom. So here we have a closer look at Venom, and for starters, I'm going to say the head is really nice. The Venom head that they gave us looks a lot better than the other Venom heads that we had. Don't get me wrong, the other Venom heads that we got with the Absorbing Man Venom were pretty good. The tongue one was really nice, but I really do like the way that this one is. It's really calm Venom without the tongue sticking out, so if you aren't a fan of the tongue, this head is probably the best one to get. So it does look nice, and the eyes are nicely sculpted inside. So I do like that they did that. Unfortunately, his eyes aren't painted perfectly. It's almost like they just airbrushed it in right here and didn't get it clean. Right here at the edge, you can see some black peeking through right there. It is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm okay with it. Again, we do have this little collar that wraps around his neck. It's really to simulate the symbiote forming the Venom head over the Eddie Brock, but I think it looks nice with the Venom head as well. It adds fluid, it adds movement to it. And with this on, it really doesn't show that the head is a little bit thin. If you have this on, it actually creates the illusion that the head is properly sized. But if we do take this off, and I'm going to do this for the rest of the review, you can see his head doesn't quite go with his body. It's almost like his head is meant for a smaller body, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can see they didn't do a good job painting the spider on Venom. You can see it's really fuzzy right here at the top. Actually, it's really fuzzy all around. It's not straight, clean lines. It's almost like the stencil was pretty far up when they airbrushed it on, and that's what creates this fuzziness to it. And you can see it's kind of fuzzy all the way around, especially at the top. At the bottom, it's not so bad. If we turn him around, it's actually cleaner right here. But turning it around, we get some fuzziness right here at the mandibles of the spider. And then some more fuzziness right here. Paint scrape on the back, which if you saw pork rind, you'll know it's the same body. It's the same figure, just with a Venom head. I do like that he has the patches painted on his hands, and thankfully I actually have one that has both patches on the hands. I have seen some Venoms where it's lacking some of the paint apps, so be aware that yours might be missing the paint apps. Just double check it in the packaging. But other than that, he's just a solid black figure, although it's not a bad thing. He has kind of like this really dark gunmetal feel to him. He's not really black. He's kind of like a gunmetal color, and if I can pull the Absorbing Man Venom on screen really fast, you can see there is a color difference in the two. Even if I move them right here, you can see the new Venom is actually lighter than the Absorbing Man Venom. Even the head sculpt is different. It's not just the tongue removed. You can see on the Absorbing Man Venom that he has wrinkles above the eyes. This one actually has a smooth brow right here, so you can see that they are two different sculpts. It's not just one sculpt reused, it's retooled, so I do like that. So with Venom's details out of the way, let's actually have a quick comparison with a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Venom posed next to a DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. Here we have Venom posed next to a Marvel Legends GameStop exclusive Spider-Man and the previous Absorbing Man Venom. And finally, here we have unmasked Eddie Brock posed next to unmasked Cletus Cassidy. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Venom's articulation. Now Venom here does have the standard Marvel articulation. He is using the Hyperion body, so if you do have the original Venom, or any other figure that uses the Hyperion body, you pretty much know what you're getting. If you don't know what that is, let's run through it really fast. For starters, he does have a ball joint in the neck, although with either head you don't get too much up and down movement on that ball joint, and both heads really do limit side-to-side movement. He does still rotate at the neck, although if you do rotate the neck, you can see you do move the symbiote tendrils, so be aware of that. Now, on mine, I don't know if it's a problem with the mold, or if it's a problem just with Venom, but I only have three ranges of movement on the neck. You can see it locks right there, it locks in neutral position, and then it locks going back. There is no in between. I don't know what it is, but the detents in there just are really stiff, and you can see neutral, looking down, and then looking up. There is no in between for any of those, and even if you try, it just wants to bring itself back, and of course it doesn't do it on the review, but you know, that's just how it is. He has a ball joint in the arm which goes out to about that far, does a full 360. He swivels at the bicep. He is double jointed in the elbow. He swivels at the wrist, as well as has a hinge in the wrist, so no issues there. He has an ab crunch which works really well. He goes back all the way, comes all the way forward. He does have rotation at the waist. Legs go forward and back. They go out much better than most Spider-Man figures, actually. So Venom is actually quite flexible. He does have a thigh rotation, double jointed in the knee, going a little past 90 degrees. Swivel at the calf. Has a hinge that goes back not too far forward, and then forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, a pretty good figure. Not the best we've ever seen, but still a really nice one. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So here we do have Venom posed for my final thoughts, and overall he's a pretty decent figure at best. There's really nothing too special about him. He's still using the Hyperion body, which is kind of a bad thing. I would have liked to see him use the Odinson body, because that is a much better body than this. However, if you do have his neck attachment on, it does kind of hide all the things wrong with the head. Unfortunately, the Eddie Brock head that we did get with him is a little bit oversized and really doesn't look too good on this figure. But if you want to have Eddie Brock's head on him, you can. There's really nothing stopping you. My choice of preference is probably just going to have the Venom head on and leave it at that. Now, the Venom Legends are starting to hit stores right now, so if you want to pick up Venom, go ahead and track him down. He's a really nice figure to have, and you kind of do need him for the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. I was lucky enough to pick up my Venom, as well as the rest of the Monster Venom series, at my local comic book store, so huge shout out to Black Sheep Comics for getting this out so I could review it for you guys. With that being said, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.